First opened in 2006. We're at beautiful Busch Stadium in St. Louis, Missouri. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Miami Marlins and the St. Louis Cardinals. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one, as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next, Carlos Martinez, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What's your take on him, Dan?
This guy's a pretty good pitcher, and I was looking through the stats, and one thing jumped out at me: a sub 1.20 whip coming into this start. That tells me a couple of things. One, he's not afraid to throw strikes, and two, when he does throw strikes, he throws quality, and he still gets people out. It'll be fun to watch this guy work in this one today.
In now, Leo Estrada, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. Underway at the ballpark this afternoon as the first pitch is in there for strike one. Dan, D-Row, we take a look at this Cardinals ball club as they enter play this afternoon. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, both the first 2 games of this series have been nail biters, but they've been able to find a way to win. And if you're going to the postseason, you need to be good in one-run games.
No doubt about it, D-Row. They always say, hey, it's easy to win those blowout games that get out of hand, but there have been 2 nail-biters so far in this one. They've won both, and they'd like nothing more to continue their winning ways and win this one here today.
And here's how the visiting Miami Marlins will line up in this one. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, I think the focus has to be on Cameron Maybin. Coming into this game, he's among the leaders in the NL in stolen bases, so that tells you enough about this guy's speed. But what it also tells you is he does a pretty good job of getting on base. Keep an eye on him if he gets aboard.
Here's Cameron Maybin now. First delivery to him on the way. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. Should be a picture-perfect afternoon for baseball. 78 degrees at first pitch. The windup and the 0-1. Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1. The 1-1. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Wong has a beat on it. 2 gone.
Batting third, catcher, JT Realmuto.
So striding in, JT Realmuto comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. First pitch of the at-bat. Swung on and missed that time. It's 0-1. Time to check our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Freddie Ferguson.
You know, this is one of the guys behind the dish, Freddie Ferguson, Dan, that the rookies are going to have a tough time with. If you've played in the league for a little bit, you understand that he's got his own zone.
You touched on it, D-Row. I think he rewards the veteran players, not only pitchers, but position players. He makes the younger players, he makes them earn their keep.
Fly ball out to right field. Mendez is under it, and that ends the inning. Miami down in order. Now the Cardinals will see what they can do. No score. Dan Straley will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, this guy's a fun guy to watch pitch. Not necessarily an overpowering guy. Has an ERA in the low 3s. But one thing he knows how to do, he knows how to pitch, and he knows how to minimize damage. If you're going to have an ERA in the low 3s in this day and age, you're doing a lot of things right. This guy should be fun to watch in this one.
Colton Wong will stand in. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. In there, strike 1. These Marlins, as they take the field this afternoon, they continue to fall on hard times, losing again last time out, and that makes 7 losses in their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty, this team has definitely been struggling recently, and then you get a look up right now and you're going to face the ace. Somebody has to step up for this team. I'll tell you what, if they're able to score a few early runs off him and put him on the defensive, this could be a huge momentum swing for this team.
2 balls and a strike to the St. Louis leadoff hitter. Batter pitcher numbers against Dan Straley. He's hitless in 6 tries. Now the 2-1 is in there for strike number 2.
That's a real good job of going back-to-back fastballs right there. Most of the time, a hitter will see a fastball in the inside half of the plate, and they'll just think, well, this pitcher's going to go back on the outside. But when you double up like he did right there, it sends a message to the hitter that you're not afraid to throw in that inner half of the plate.
Pitch rides in on him here as this is popped weakly toward the left side of the infield. And now here's Mike Matheny's starting lineup for the Redbirds. D-Row, what's the word on this lineup as they go for the series sweep?
Well, Matty, one thing that jumps out at me is the fact that this is a modern-day lineup. A lot of swing and miss, but not many people concerned about it. We were around the cage during batting practice. These guys are trying to drive the baseball out of the yard. They are not concerned with taking 3 and going back to the dugout.
The next to bat for St. Louis, Jose Martinez. Here comes the first pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a curveball that time that broke too low. The 1-1. Runs a bit inside for a ball.
As a veteran pitcher, he knows if he's going to have success in this one, he's got to establish that pitch in to get those guys to respect it and open up that outer half of the plate.
Three and one.
3 balls, 1 strike.
The 3-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and that's a full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
When you get yourself to a 3-1 count and you get a fastball, those are the ones you really want to punish. Couldn't get the bat on it, so we'll see if that comes back to haunt him.
The 3-2 pitch. And he missed with that one. It's ball 4. A 1-out walk here in the home first.
Batting third, left fielder,
Here's Marcell Ozuna. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. He's ready. Here's the first offering. He had to be looking for something else to start the at-bat. It's 0-1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. A fastball down near the shoe tops. One and one. Here it is. This is flared out towards second, but this is hauled in by the second baseman.
batting fourth, second baseman.
Here's Jed Jerko now. Batter pitcher numbers against Dan Straley. He hasn't had much success, just 2 for 11. First offering on its way. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Here comes the 1-0. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Boy, this is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like this. 2-0 count. We'll see right here if he lays one in there to give him a pitch to swing at.
The 2-0 on the way. 3-0 now.
If I'm managing this hitter right here, he doesn't even have to look down at the third base coach. You know he's got the green light. He's one of the best hitters in your lineup.
The 3-0 pitch finds the zone, strike 1.
Hey, that 3-0 pitch might have been important for him right there. Regroup, get his mechanics back under him, and drive something down through the strike zone. Wouldn't throw the exact same pitch right here. Might want to cheat towards one of the corners.
And he fouls this one off.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. One left for the Cardinals. We are still scoreless. So here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Tim Beckham. He drove in 3 of his team's 4 runs in last night's game. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Changeup in for a strike. Well, fans of the art of pitching are in for a treat. One of the game's big-time flamethrowers faces a top craftsman here today.
And you're going to see 2 different mindsets from both offenses, Dan. Facing the power guy, he's going to come at you. He's going to pitch to his strengths and not your weakness. And on the flip side, the finesse guy is going to try and keep everyone off balance. And I want to see what off-speed pitch he has working.
You know, Dero, that's one of the beautiful things about the game of baseball. Good pitchers come in all different shapes and sizes, and they come with all different type of weapons. We're going to see one flamethrower and one guy that throws below the speed limit.
Up next from Miami, Starlin Castro, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Line drive to left. Ozuna is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2.
Batting second, the left fielder number 32, Derek Dietrich.
Ready now for the Marlins, Derek Dietrich. His head-to-head numbers against Carlos Martinez. He's gone 2 for 8. First delivery to him on the way. And a fastball just a bit up. This year against right-handed pitching, Dietrich is below the Mendoza line. A batting average under 200, unfortunately.
Yeah, Matty, he's well aware of it. Runners in scoring position, that's where you need to be on your game. He's just expanded the zone entirely too much in these situations.
And the Marlins are into the hit column. There's their first base hit.
You know, Dero, it's not always easy to hit in the day games. First 5 hitters, 5 up, 5 down. 6-hole hitter, though. He must have gotten a good night's sleep last night.
That's exactly where I was going, Dan. First 5 guys in the order looked like they were still asleep rolling out of bed. Those day games will creep up on you. 6-hole guy was locked and loaded.
Come on, Cardinal.
Standing in now, Brian Anderson, as he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. The 0-1 pitch. A swing and a miss at a ball down.
You know, he's had a very economical start out there. Got through the first inning on just 9 pitches, and he's got a chance to keep it in single digits again here in the second.
Oh, and 2 count. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. 1 left for Miami. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Stepping in for the Cardinals, Matt Carpenter, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second.
Carpenter.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike. And he lays off for ball 1. The 1-1. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Pitch on the way. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
All right, here's the defensive alignment for the Miami Marlins. Hey, let's focus on Cameron Maybin in the outfield. One of the more dynamic outfielders in our sport. He's able to cover a ton of ground, gap to gap. I almost feel like he's playing left center to right center. He's not playing center field. He's got it all covered, bailing the other guys out, and not shabby with the offensive tool either.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Breaking ball taken right down the middle. Bottom of the second here with no score. Slider, and that's in there for strike two. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fouled away.
Get there.
Now another 0-2. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. 2 away.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
So digging in now, Jerry Mendez. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. First pitch of the at bat.
Nope.
And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit on the ground to short. To his left, Estrada. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Cardinals. We'll move to the third with no score. A great look at the famous Gateway Arch here this afternoon. 630 feet high and a symbol of this great Midwestern city. And that'll bring in the multi-dimensional Lewis Brinson. It was a 2-hit effort for him, including a home run in last night's game. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Lifted down the line in left, and that will end up a foul ball. And he can't get out of the way there, so the leadoff man will be aboard to open up the inning. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Dan Straley. He'll get to take his first cuts here. He's set. Here it comes. Showing bunt here, but he takes ball 1. And facing right-handed pitching so far this season, Straley hitting better than 200, which is really pretty exceptional for a pitcher.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to because he wouldn't be here otherwise.
Might get the take sign here until he sees a strike. He's not known to be a very good hitting pitcher.
2-0 count. Here it comes. Now a bunt attempt here, but this will get fouled. 2-1. And the pitcher is in fact bunting here as he puts this one down. Flip to the second baseman covering now for the out.
Now batting, shortstop, Leo.
Digging in to try it again, Leo Estrada. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch on its way. A bouncer up the middle, reined in. Throw gets him 2 down.
The right fielder, number 1.
Riding in once again, Cameron Maben. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. He's set and the pitch. And a fastball just a bit high. Brinson stands at second with 2 gone. And that's waved at and missed. 1-1. Maben, who sometimes goes by the nickname Slim. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
Now the 2-1 is taken, ball 3. JT Realmuto would be next. The 3-1 pitch. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance. And he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Into the box, JT Realmuto. He'll take a look at the pitch too low. It's ball 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. That missed. Close. It's ball 2.
No reason to give in to him here with the base open. Putting him on base just gives your defense more ways to help get you out of this.
Now the 2-0 home. 2-1 to count. The 2-1 home. Fouled off. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a 2-seamer, and the inning is over. Marlins get a run on the RBI double. We play 2.5. It's now 1-0 Miami. Leading off the inning, Carson Kelly, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Catcher, Carson Kelly.
Here's the first pitch to him. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike. Pitch on the way. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
That curveball stayed up in the zone. You'll see that often early in the game where a pitcher's trying to find that release point, particularly with his off-speed pitches. We'll have to keep an eye on him, see if he's able to settle down as this game moves on.
Out in front here is this one scorched foul to the left.
Back-to-back breaking balls. He just missed that one right there, fouling it away. Do not expect a third.
2-2 to the Cardinals catcher. Here now the 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
You can bet they love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
Now the 3-2 pitch. good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the third.
They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
The pitcher, Carlos Martinez, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now a bunt attempt here, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Showing bunt, but he winds up taking ball one. The 1-1 home. Now a bunt attempt here, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Now a bunt attempt here, and they'll make sure this stays foul down the line, and that becomes the first out of the inning.
He's looked great on the bump the first few innings of this game, and I think his ability to change speeds effectively has been a big reason why. That was a good change of speed for the strikeout there, and I've seen a lot of hitters look pretty off with their timing so far.
Colton Wong will stand in as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. He popped out in his first trip. Easy fly ball into shallow center field. Coming in is Brinson. And that's the first hit in this one for the Redbirds. And there's out number 2.
Oh, man, I don't know how that happens. Looked to be a base hit to the outfield, but then all of a sudden the throw comes in and they get the force on the plate. To be honest, that just can't happen.
Ready for another chance? Jose Martinez. He drew a walk his first time up. Here comes the first pitch. Hit high and deep to left field. Dietrich going back on it to the track, and it's gone. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. 6th home run on the season for him, and the Cardinals take a 2-1 lead.
Hey, that's one of the toughest parts about standing out there on the bump. Giving up a long home run or giving up a bomb at any time as a pitcher. You just have to regroup and get back on that horse.
Here's Marcelo Zuna.
Marcel.
As he will take a look at strike one on a fastball right down the pipe. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. Line drive to left. Dietrich is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. But the Cards do strike for 2, both coming on this 2-run dinger. We played 3 full. It's now 2-1 St. Louis. So here's the cleanup hitter, Tim Beckham. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Here's a strike.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Oh, I love facing pitchers like this. He's leaving nothing to the imagination. Coming to get him some.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
The 1-2 is a fastball that misses.
That's the kind of pitch that reminds me of many reasons why I wasn't a very good hitter. This thing was inside and coming in hot, and he just gave a stone-cold take. I'm bailing out of the way if I'm in the box, no doubt about it.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. The 2-2 one more time. Little dribbler back at him. Throw to first in time. One gone here in the 4th.
Up next for the Marlins, second baseman, Starlin.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Starlin Castro. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit on the ground to short. Scooped up. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
The left fielder, number 32, Derek Dietrich.
So striding forward now, Derek Dietrich. He reached on a single in his first try. First delivery to him on the way. Called strike over the outside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. The 1-1. Misses, ball 2. 4th inning of a 2-1 ball game. A fastball right down the middle for a strike. Frozen on the fastball. Never had a chance, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Marlins. They still trail it here 2-1. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Jet Jerko. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Jerko.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball 1. And a slider on the inside for strike 1. Swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball.
He'll be kicking himself tonight if he doesn't come up with a big knock right here. That pitch was in a hittable location, and a hitter of this caliber usually doesn't let that go by.
Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes.
This is why it's so hard to be successful as a hitter when you fall behind in the count. 1 and 2, you're probably expecting some sort of off-speed pitches, but when the pitcher offers up a good hard fastball, it's pretty hard to adjust and catch up to it.
Here's Matt Carpenter. As he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Up top, it's 2-0.
Remember, he was a strikeout victim last time up, but this at-bat seems to be a totally different direction. He's showing good patience now, and he's got a real good count at 2-0.
2-0 count, the pitch. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike. 2 runs on just 1 hit, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Now a swing and a fly ball. And Castro will put this one away for out number 2.
Now batting, number 34.
Standing in, number 34 comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit down the third baseline. But this is foul for the first strike. The windup and the 0-1. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Castro has it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Pretty painless half of the inning all told. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. St. Louis is out in front 2-1. Digging in for his second at bat, Brian Anderson. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. First pitch on its way. Bottom 3 in the batting order here as the first pitch misses to the number 7 hitter. It's ball 1. Well, now that we're midway through this one, it's safe to say that runs have been at a premium, and both starters, doing it in different ways, have turned in excellent performances.
Dan, you could speak to this. Obviously, 2 different ways to skin a cat. One's a finesse guy working all 4 quadrants, keeping guys off balance. The other a flamethrower coming right at you.
Yeah, it's been a story of like 2 different styles of pitches, but both getting the same thing, both throwing strikes early, keeping the ball down in the zone. As you touched on it, there's more than one way to get around through a lineup, and we've seen one guy with power and one guy do it with more skill and finesse.
Outside and a full count, 3-2. Lewis Brinson will be next. The 3-2 pitch. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
And that'll bring in the multi-dimensional Lewis Brinson. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Here's a guy who could use a 3 for 4. He's got that batting average still down in the 190s. 5 homers and 22 RBIs. Counts even at 1-1 to Lewis Brinson.
Case in point right there, Matty. We're seeing a trend, the north and south. A lot of pitchers working that elevated fastball and then breaking stuff off in the dirt. We used to see east-west, not the case anymore.
1-2.
Yeah, Matty, he's had these guys on the proverbial rocking horse all night, changing speeds, hitting every quadrant. He's tough to hit.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Into the box now, Dan Straley. He'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. He did his job and laid down the successful sac bunt in his first appearance. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
This now is hit to second. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 7 in a row he's set down now as the side is retired. Miami down in order. Our score remains 2-1. Stepping in, Jerry Mendez. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Line towards center field. Brinson patrolling center makes the play. 1 out.
Now batter, catcher, Kelly.
Stepping in, Carson Kelly reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. Here comes the first pitch. Changeup in for a strike.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why, first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2.
He's attacking this hitter a lot more aggressively than he did the first time when he faced him and issued a walk, coming right after him here.
A windup and the 0-2 pitch. And that one just missed outside.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
1-2. Here it comes. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. 5th inning. 2-1 our score. High in the air out towards shallow right. Maben there to put it away for out number 2. So here now is the pitcher, Carlos Martinez. Basically anything here will look better than what happened in his first at-bat, which ended in his striking out on a bunt attempt. First delivery to him on the way. I tried to hold back on that pitch outside, but went around for strike 1. 2 runs on just 1 hit and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
He knows his strengths and weaknesses at the plate. He knows he has a cold zone away. But the bottom line is this pitcher has been able to execute to that spot. If he misses over the heart of the plate, this guy's still going to be ready.
This now is hit to second. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 7 in a row. He's set down now as the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Cardinals. They lead it 2-1. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Leo Estrada. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Up around the face. Now, oh my, this ball is crushed. Look at it go. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A solo shot down the line in right. Home run number 2 for him on the year as the Marlins have rallied back to tie it at 2 apiece.
Well, nobody was having any kind of luck with him. With 7 batters in a row going down, he put it into that in a big hurry. He rode that one right out of here.
Now batting.
Here's Cameron Maben now.
Cameron Maben.
As he will take a look at a fastball in there as that strike zone expands just a little. It's 0-1. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ball game. The windup and the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again.
Good chance he's not seeing that pitch again. If he does, it's got to be bounced. But I'll tell you, from a pitcher's perspective, that's nothing but a long strike.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
We know he's probably still thinking about that game-tying home run he just gave up, but I'm going to give him credit for not showing that it's bothering him. When you come back and strike out the next guy, it shows you've still got your head in the right place.
In now, JT Realmuto. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Oh, 1. Here's the pitch. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2.
Oh, that's frustrating right there. He was right on that fastball, took it deep, just couldn't keep it fair. How many times have you seen it? There's a good chance he's punching out right here.
Hard hit ball to second. Jerko fields it cleanly, and that's the second out.
Now batting, third baseman, Tim.
Riding in once again, Tim Beckham. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And the pitch. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And there's one he'd like to have over again. Missed high with the slider. The 1-1. There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Marlins able to knock things up on the solo home run. On to the bottom of the 6th, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Here's Colton Wong now. He'll lead off for the Redbirds here in their half of the 6th inning.
Colton Wong.
Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. The windup and the 0-1. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1. The 1-1 is laid off for ball 2. Now the 2-1 pitch. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2. Now the 3-2 pitch. And he'll hang in here as he reaches to foul this one away. And that one misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're trying to put a start away. Make him work his tail off, throw a lot of pitches, and get on base any way that you can. A big inning at this point of the game, and he's probably gone.
Digging in to try it again, Jose Martinez. And he's coming off a 2-run homer his last time around. From the stretch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Waiting on it is Brinson. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Marcell Ozuna. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Here comes the first pitch. He's running. Pitch outside. The throw. Short hop, but they got him. Great pick and tag to catch him trying to steal.
Not every catcher can make that throw, so that was pretty special. Benito Santiago made throwing from his knees famous when he was playing, but it's a really tough one to pull off. That's a long throw without any legs underneath you, so hats off to him on that one.
Get him on base.
A ball and a strike. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. The 1-2. Here's a high pop-up. Anderson waits on it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Nothing doing there for St. Louis. 6 innings complete, all square at 2-2. Welcome back to Busch Stadium here in St. Louis. All tied at 2 apiece as we get set to start the 7th. But before we do, let's have a look at our game summary through the first 6. Here's Starlin Castro. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that misses. Ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
The 1-0. Misses for the second ball.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
Swing here on the fastball, and this will get fouled off to the right side. The 2-1. Popped him up. Martinez over to his left. He's got it 1 away.
The left fielder, number 32.
Ready for another shot now. Derek Dietrich. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through. First offering on its way. And a neck-high fastball that time. Takes a high fastball for a strike. And that one stayed too low, apparently. And it's fouled away. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Another try at 2-2. Doesn't offer at the circle change there, and it goes full 3-2.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
And he lays off, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Up next for the Marlins, first baseman, Brian Anderson.
Digging in once again, Brian Anderson. 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts for him so far. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Outside with the fastball. That's 1-0. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
Now the 2-0 is in there for strike 1.
You know, Matty, I'll never understand this. You work so hard throughout the course of the season and course of this game to get in 1-0, 2-0, 3-1 counts. Guarantee yourself a fastball 80 to 90% of the time, and he takes it. Just can't understand the methodology there.
And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. Ground ball left side. And that's through for a hit. And with that, the go-ahead runs up to second now with only 1 away.
Hey, after starting the game 0 for 2 with 2 punch-outs, that single had to feel good right there. Nice piece of hit.
And that'll bring in the multi-dimensional Lewis Brinson. He went down on strikes last time up. First pitch on its way. There's a fastball right over the inside corner. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. The 0-1. And the changeup is way low that time. Dietrich on second. Anderson is over at first with 1 away. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2.
I think if he executes that pitch on the corner instead of off of it, he probably gets some pretty weak contact, if anything. He jammed him pretty hard on the previous pitch, so my bet was he was going to try to cheat on the inside part, thinking it might be coming again.
Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And foul. Too high. Ball 3.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
The 3-2 pitch is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you could tell these things and exploit them.
Johnny Giavotella will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 72, Johnny Giavotella.
And this is taken outside for ball 1. Next pitch will be number 100 for him now through 6 2/3. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
The 2-0 on the way is taken. Strike 1. Two men are on with 2 men out. That misses off the plate and low, so it's 3-1 now.
3-1 here. You have to make a good pitch on the mound. Grooving one here rarely works in your favor unless the hitter tries to do too much with it.
3-1. Hit out towards second. Jerko has it. Throw on to first will be in time, and the Marlins can't cash in here, and that ends the inning. Marlins strand a pair. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Brad Ziegler gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Brad Ziegler.
Here's Jed Jerko now. The batter-pitcher numbers with Brad Ziegler. 2 hits in 7 tries.
Jumps off the page at me. Found that power for it. Hit some huge homers for the Cards.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Too low. 1-0.
Right here, he's looking to get himself into a good hitter's count so he can take a rip and maybe give his team the lead. He certainly has the power.
The 1-0 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 1.
That is such a tough pitch to lay off right there, but you have to find a way. There's nothing you're going to do with that low sinker except foul it into your shin or hit a ground ball to the left side.
2 balls and a strike to the St. Louis leadoff hitter. Ziegler, a 6'4" right-hander. He's an 11-year vet at the major league level, so he certainly put together a nice career in professional baseball.
Yeah, Matty, this guy has had an amazing career. And you know what? It's a testament to how hard he's worked, the changes he's had to make. This is a game of adjustments, and you don't hang around this long if you're not prepared to make some adjustments along the way. I don't think he's going to triple up on changeup right there. He seemed to have gotten the timing down on that second one.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Hit weakly back to the mound. Throw to first is in time for the first down.
Third baseman, number 13, Matt Carpenter.
Ready once again, Matt Carpenter. He flew out in his last at-bat.
I think he's forgotten about sometimes, Matt Carpenter. When we talk about best hitters in our sport, I think he's one of the more underrated offensive players.
And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. A little bouncer that winds up foul for the second strike. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a classic 0-2 pitch as the changeup misses low, and it's 1-2 now.
Well, that's a pitch right there you gotta just lay off. There's a good chance he's going to throw it on 0-2, and if you can recognize it starting down in the zone, you know it's only going to go down from there.
Misses. Ball 2. One out, nobody on. Now another 2-2. Swing and a little tapper. That's foul, so the battle will continue.
Keep battling, young man. 3 foul balls in a row. He is calibrating that heater and the off speed. Let's see if he can catch something on the barrel.
Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
That was a big strikeout there, guys. The best pitchers have the ability to strike guys out when they really need to, and that second out was really important at this point of the game. Could be something we look back on later when the game's over.
Stepping in now, number 34. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. And now a pitch on the way. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He takes the turn and heads for second. And your go-ahead run is in there at second base as he's got himself a 2-out double. Off the bat, it was pretty clear right away that that hit was going to get him at least 2 bases.
Yeah, Matt, some people like to crow about homers and powering drives, but you have to like hits like this. A no-doubt double the second it left his bat. Like you said, the only question was whether the outfielders were going to be able to keep him at second, which they did.
Into the box, Jerry Mendez. He offers at it and hits it in the air to left. Moving under it, Dietrich. He hauls it in, and the potential go-ahead run will not come around to score. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Back with more of this Thursday afternoon business person special following this. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Greg Holland will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Tommy Pham will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Leo Estrada. And this tie ball game is a battle of the bullpens now, and I'm sure you're enjoying that, Dan.
Bullpens are such a big part of baseball now, Matt. All these teams have such good 7th, 8th, and 9th inning guys. It all boils down to whose bullpen is better.
The pitch. Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. The 1-0 is off the plate, up and away.
Boy, you don't see that very often out of a rookie. That's a 2-0 count, and both of those pitches were really close. This guy has a pretty good eye.
The 2-0 on the way is laid off, but in there for strike 1.
Great spot with that pitch down and away. He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep hitting that spot.
Three and 1 to the Marlins middle infielder. The 3-1 pitch. High and deep down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Crowd gets up for the 3-2. And he lays off, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
He's really struggled with his command in this game, no doubt about it. But to make things worse, he just lost one of the fastest guys in the ballpark.
Ready for another chance? Cameron Maybin has got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. From the stretch, here's the pitch. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Cardinals are going to get something going in the bullpen now as a left-hander has begun to get loose. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. Right side. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game. Throw will hold him at second, but the go-ahead runs in scoring position now with still nobody out.
You know, as a former infielder, Danny, they always say you can't be in two places at once, but you got to be a little frustrated right here that ball found the hole.
Yeah, that's a tough thing. You make a quality pitch and a guy shoots one through the right side, normally a vacated spot right there. 9 out of 10 times somebody's there to make that play. Unfortunately not, and now you've got a couple of guys on.
JT Realmuto shows bunt on the first pitch, but he pulls it back 1-0. None out, runners at first and second. Sacrifice attempt here. And this will go down as an E5 as you can see the exasperation on his face. So here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Tim Beckham. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
First delivery to him on the way. And now everybody's running. And they roll the dice with the squeeze, and he gets it down. So they get the out at first, but the run will score on the suicide squeeze. So a gutsy call there, as that takes some serious stones to call the suicide squeeze this late in the game, but the go-ahead run comes in to score. Into the box now, Starlin Castro, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. As we head into the later innings in this game, I think it's safe to say that both starters have given their teams a great chance to win here today.
Wow, D-Roy, we've seen one power pitcher, one finesse guy, but both of them on point. Two different ways to get through a lineup, and both of them have worked.
Yeah, Dan, tip of the cap to both starters, right? Two different ways. The power guy was on top of his game. Not really mincing much, just coming right down the throat at these offensive players. The finesse guy did exactly what he's always done. Move the ball up and down, in and out, and get it to the bullpen.
Maben on third. Realmuto at second with one away. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. The 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just starts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Standing in now, Derek Dietrich, as he'll pop this one foul off to the left and out of play. This year against right-handed pitching, Dietrich is below the Mendoza line. Batting average under 200, unfortunately.
Matty, he struggled against right-handed pitching all season long, but he just needs a few knocks today, maybe to get the confidence going. I don't think this is the norm for this ball player.
Count now, a ball and a strike. Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch. Swing and a miss as he pulled the string on him. 1-2.
He's got a chance to ring up back-to-back Ks here, and that would be huge in this situation.
And this one gets away. Throw to the plate, and not in time as the run scores. And he will score from third. A daring move as he scores on what ought to be called a wild pitch. Set and the 2-2 pitch. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. So 2 runs on just 1 lone hit, 1 error, and 1 man left on. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Marlins 4 and the Cardinals 2.
Your attention, please.
New pitcher set to take over here, and we'll see the right-hander Junichi Tazawa.
Junichi Tazawa.
Now at the plate, Carson Kelly.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
Here's the first pitch to him. There's a strike. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. A 1 pitch on its way. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Maben is there. 1 down. The next to bat for St. Louis, Tommy Pham. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Here comes the first pitch. Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0. Two balls and no strikes to the Cardinals center fielder. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. He'll get it into second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
That's what you call a clutch piece of hitting. Down 2 runs, he puts himself in scoring position and brings the tying run to the plate. We'll see what they do with the base open here. This one's getting interesting.
Colton Wong will stand in. He represents the potential tying run if he can launch one or find a way around the bases.
Yeah, Matt, I kind of doubt he's thinking about going yard, even though that would be the best result they could hope for. He's not a long ball threat, and he knows it, so he could just be looking for some way to keep that line moving.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Well, they set up a way, but the forkball stays out there for ball 1. Tazawa, originally from Japan, of course. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Some guys only get to free agency 1 time in their career. This guy has a chance to get there for a 2nd time and in the prime of his career. Is he able to handle the pressure as he plays out this final season?
Throw on to first, 2 gone.
And that was a no doubles defense in action right there, and it paid off big time. That ball was scorched, but the third baseman was guarding the line more than usual to prevent an extra base hit, and it ended up being pretty much right at him. That's good stuff.
Stepping in for the Cardinals, Jose Martinez. And with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
No doubt, Matt. A base hit here changes this game quite a bit. But if they can't score here, it looks pretty bleak for them heading into the last couple of innings.
He's set. Here it comes. And this is bounced foul near the secret weapon, Jose Oquendo, in the third base coaching box. The 0-1 on its way. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. Pham at second with 2 down. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. And a big sigh of relief on the mound as that nearly tied it, but this ball is foul. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. Hit to third. Beckham takes it in. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Cards lead 1. They trail it here 4-2. Gregerson
Enters the game from the pen, and because this is a non-save situation, it's evident that they're just trying to get him some work after having not thrown in several days.
Yeah, this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't had a chance to come in and close the game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him the chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. The windup and the 0-1. And he fouls this one off. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Ball one.
Missed with a slider.
Count is 1 and 2. Bad ball up.
Ready on 1 and 2. Still 1 and 2. Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2 and 2. The 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now. You see a right-handed batter waiting next, but he could very well be pulled back as the situation dictates. And this pitch misses here. It's ball 4, and they've got a leadoff base runner aboard to start the 9th.
Center fielder number 9.
Up next from Miami, Lewis Brinson. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. He's set, and the pitch. And a whiff at a good slider that time.
He struggled quite a bit at the plate in this one, so until he shows he can put a good swing on the ball, I don't think they're going to give him anything straight that he can handle.
And that misses 1 and 1. The 1-1 home. High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2 and 2. Nobody out, runner on first. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game.
That's the third time in this game he's gone down on strikes. Not the game he was hoping to have when he was taking batting practice, but at least his guys are ahead.
Martin Prado will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 14, Martin Prado.
And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball. 1-0. And he's got that batting lineup near the 300 mark entering play.
Come on, Cardinal.
Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. This is line to left. In there, a base hit.
That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting this baseball back.
Leo Estrada.
Leo Estrada will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here. A solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ballgame to this point. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A fastball that finds the outside corner.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn 2.
Comes set and the 0-1. Very weakly on the ground. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit in the air out to straightaway left. Ozuna is under it, and that's the second out of the inning. Digging in and looking for more, Cameron Maybin. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Anderson at second. Prado on at first with 2 down. Oh, and 2 the count to Maybin now. And he struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together in this last at-bat if they want to get back in this thing. No runs, a hit, 2 left. Nothing further in the Miami ninth. On to the bottom half. Last chance now for the Redbirds. They remain down by a count of 4-2. Kyle Barraclough comes on looking for a save here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Number 46, Kyle Barraclough.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far.
Left fielder, Marcell Ozuna.
From the stretch. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate. Big swing and a miss at the changeup, a ball and a strike.
That's the perfect pitch after you've just brushed a guy back. The hitter probably isn't sitting up there thinking you're going to flip something soft up there.
The 1-1. Popped him up. And he dives, but he can't make the play. It lands foul. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2.
Boy, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there, just out of the strike zone. But listen, when you're a 300 hitter, you don't chase a lot of those so-called pitchers' pitches. This guy knows the strike zone.
And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
Hey, leading off an inning in this situation, 3 balls on you. You have to know that a solo shot's not tying this game up. You have to find a way to get on base any way possible.
3-2 pitch. Line to the right side. Maybin is there, and that is a big first out here to start inning number 9.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Here's Jed Jerko now as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. That This is wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And this one's high and tight, backing him up. 2-1. Berklar, or Bear for short. He was selected in the 7th round during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
Count even at 2-2. The 2-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Bases are empty. 1 man out. So a full count now. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Man, they've really had his number so far in this series. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone.
Here's Matt Carpenter as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. He was sat down on strikes in his last at bat. Now the 1-0 is a slider taken for a ball. Down the first baseline, but a foul ball, and it's 2-1 now. The 2-1 is taken down and in for a ball.
Well, this is a big pitch right here. 2 outs in the 9th. The last thing you want to do is walk a guy and bring the tying run to the plate.
The 3-1 pitch, and that's taken for strike 2, as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon.
Well, that's a tough pitch to take right there, right down the middle. But I think that happens when you're facing a good pitcher like this guy. The last thing you're expecting is one right down the pipe, and unfortunately, he let that one go, and he'd like to have that pitch back to take a good swing at that one.
Cardinals down to their final strike here. Carpenter will reach as that misses for ball 4.
That is just a great at-bat there. When you're down late, you need base runners any way you can get them, and that never-say-die mentality could be the difference. We'll see how it plays out.
At the plate, number 34. It was a 2-bagger for him in his last at-bat. Ready. Here's the first offering, and this is low, ball 1.
Come on, face it now.
Look out, 2-0 now.
That's a classic piece of pitching right there. You have to back hitters away from the plate to make them a little bit uncomfortable. Now you can go inside or outside. I like that purpose pitch.
Now the 2-0. The count now at 2-1. Now the 2-1 pitch is taken for a ball as that slider broke off the plate.
No reason to sit on anything other than hard stuff in a location you like and drive it right now.
Set. Here's the 3-1. And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
The closer is supposed to slam the door on his opponent, but he left the door wide open with a walk there. We'll see if they can capitalize on it.
Yadier Molina will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Number 4, Yadier Molina.
Called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1. And a neck-high fastball that time. 2-run game, last of the ninth with 2 away. Swing and a miss, and they're up against it now as they're down to their final strike of the afternoon. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And he struck him out for out number 3. So that'll wrap things up here as they leave the possible tying run stranded at first.
Well, baseball is a game of streaks and runs, so a 4-game skid happens to even the best of teams. The key is they didn't panic or press. They just came out here, played their game, and put the losing streak behind them, like professionals are supposed to do. Well done.
4-2 the final score today. The Marlins came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Brad Ziegler earns his 3rd win of the year in relief. Kyle Barraclough earns the save out of the bullpen, his 11th of the campaign. So that's it for us this afternoon. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew,